Hello, girlfriends, and welcome to another episode of the Tracy Gold Show. And it's Wednesday, which means it's hair day. And I am super excited to be talking to you about how you can become your own hairstylist. And of course, as always, I have Theda coming to join me. Hey, Theda, good to see you. Girlfriend, I am so excited. Yes, I'm viewing the request in. Theda, I can't wait for you to see my hair.
Hello.
Hello, girlfriend.
I'm coming to you live from the bathroom, actually.
I'm not sure what to think of that one.
No, it's because all my tools are here, you know. and I have to say that my entire family is working out of a small townhouse right now because we're having graduation later this week.
I get it. We all have to make do, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, Theda, what do you think of my hair?
It looks good. No, what did you do? Is that your natural habitat there?
Okay, so let me tell you, normally my natural habitat doesn't look this good. I love what you said, natural habitat. So if I let my hair if I dry it normally and I don't style it, normally this looks like one big, let's be frank, it looks like a bird's nest. It's like all over the place. And of course I have these very straight bits on top and the curly bits on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did today is I used the Bell Curve, which is the Theron curling cream.
Right.
And I diffused my hair. So I found, all diffusers are not equal. So we'll talk a little bit about that in this episode. But I diffused it and then just did the ends. And I was very impressed with the lack of frizz as well. Because normally, even with the diffuser, whoo, frizzola girl. And then I used some of the sugar pie afterwards. But I used the density. So just so that people know, the density is actually a amazing hair mask that nourishes your hair. And when you get that frizz, it's because it's dehydrated. Right, Theda? That's
right.
What I'm learning from you.
Yes.
So I did the mask and then on dry hair. Oh, and one of the things I learned as well, because I didn't do this the first time, is I made sure to comb through my hair when it was wet with the density before I rinsed it, so that I'm not combing after the fact, because I want to keep all the curl, right?
Yeah, and it's also really good to just comb that through your hair so it coats every strand. It gets to every strand.
Yes, because it definitely made a difference for me to do that. Last time I didn't do that and I had a little bit of a mess, right? Because I was like, oh no, I can't comb it now because I want the curl. I don't know, anyway. And then I did the curl cream, and I simply did the diffuser, and look at the results. I mean, this is a calm down, because this I did a few hours ago. This is a calm down, Theda.
That's crazy.
I know. But so what we're going to talk about today, girlfriends, is we're going to speak about how to be your own hairstylist. And, Theda and I were actually discussing last night. We were saying, okay, well, what are we doing with our hair today? And Theda, as you know, I said to you, I didn't used to think that I could do a lot with my hair. I used to have to blow dry it straight and then curl it with my curling tong. And now I have all these options.
I know. Well, and actually you inspired me to go ahead and curl my hair today, because usually I was telling Tracy, my hair is so straight that it's not terribly long. So just blow drying it straight is the easiest thing for me.
Yes.
But what's interesting, and you're so right, that the right products can make a difference, because normally if I did this, now you have to understand, I'm down in Virginia today and it is damp, okay? This would not happen on a damp day because my hair would just go flat. But because we have the Bell Curve and the Vector, which are both wonderful products, I can use either of them actually, which is kind of weird because Bell Curve enhances natural curl. Vector usually will help, with the blowout, but they both have hold, and they fight frizz, and they fight the humidity getting into your hair and either relaxing the curl for me,
yes,
or holding the curve for you.
Yeah. You know, Thea, it's so true what you said, because even in one of the previous episodes, oh, by the way, I see Confidence and Adventure
Yes.
is here. Hi.
Hello, hello.
So she's coming on to the show soon as well. We're just trying to set a date and get all of that happening.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, with the, because I blow dry my hair straight sometimes, and I also like to curl my hair. And what I'm finding is I feel like I have a big box of tricks now.
Yes.
I can do lots of different things. I mean, last week I had it straight, and I spoke to, you know, somebody who hasn't seen me in a long time because she lives in South Africa, and she's like my spirit mom. She's amazing. And I was walking down the New York City streets, and she's like, put it on video, put it on video. So I was like, okay. And she goes, wow, your hair's so straight. Like, I blow dry. It was just this product that I've used. I mean, it wasn't even my straightening iron, you know.
Well, and you know,
So,
the other thing, the opposite with me, like if I curled my hair like this, I would normally be spraying it with hairspray. There is not 1 ounce of hairspray in this, and this will stay.
yeah, me too. So that's the thing as well, that I haven't actually put any hairspray in it, and it feels really soft, which is and bouncy. But okay, so let's get to the point, because what I want to talk about today is how you become your own hairstylist. And this is actually part of the conversation, because for those of you who don't know, I do a lot of on-camera work. And so people think that you have a whole team of people to get you ready. Not true, girlfriends, not true at all. So I have to come on set camera ready, and I'm lucky if I get 15 minutes in the salon just to do touch-ups. So I have learned how to do my own hair. And that's also to save me time and save me money, because if I have to run to the salon or get a hairstylist every time to style my hair, that becomes very complicated and very difficult. So I have learned how to style my own hair, and I thought I was doing a pretty good job, but I felt like I was limited to what I could do. And then I came across Serum, and it has just opened a whole bunch of other things for me. But there are a couple of things that you need to bear in mind. And there are 3 secrets, 3 tips to becoming your own hairstylist. There's not one thing you need, there's 3 things you need. Okay, so, and Thea, chip in with me and tell me what you think, because I know we've had this discussion.
Yes.
So the first thing is you need to gain a little bit of skill, right? So I remember when I first started learning how to do the wand and do those curls, you know, when the GHD wand came out, and my hairstylist actually she put the thing on there, and she goes, okay, you just go and play. Let me show you the basics. You go and play. And then she would just come and show me and assist me. And eventually I learned how to do it myself. So you have to learn. There is some skill involved. Blow drying your hair, there is definitely some skill involved if you want to get a good, you know, DIY professional blowout. There's definitely skill involved, right? Would you say that, Thea?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for different people, it's a different challenge, because
yes,
I mean, people with a lot of hair, I mean, you could work up a sweat, you know, blow drying your hair.
But you know how quick I have to tell you, this was like the quickest blow dry I've ever done.
Really?
It was so quick. So that brings me to the second thing, is your tools. Because if you're using good tools, then it shortens your time and it increases your outcome. So you get, okay, so first thing, and I'm going to use this as an example. So first of all, a good professional hair dryer, it doesn't have to be the $400 one, not mention any names, but it doesn't have to be that one. Okay. But a good hair dryer is very helpful, because you need it at the correct speed. You need it to have the right kind of heat. It's very important. And then even diffusers, I did a huge amount of research on diffusers. And all I did, Thea, was I did this.
Wow.
Like this. And within minutes, my hair was dry. And then I went from the heat to the cooling, which is another little tip. If you change the setting, so you first dry it with the heat one, you style it with the heat, and then you use the cooling, which is important that you have that option. Then it actually also seals it, and it makes it last for longer.
That's the curl, yep.
That's the curl. Even with straightening. So even with straightening, if you're using, and you must use the nozzle on the end. So people think, oh, I don't need the nozzle. You do need the nozzle, because otherwise the air goes everywhere. So the nozzle directs that air, and then you can pull it down, you know, use the right brushes. I use a paddle brush. I use the GHD paddle brush. Girls, it's worth it to invest in good brushes, because they last you forever, right? And they make a big difference with your outcome. But you can literally also use your heat and then let it, and then use your cool, and you'll be surprised. Now it takes a little bit of extra time, but hey, it's still going to take less time than if you go to the hairdresser and let them do it.
Yeah.
So Theta, what are your favorite tools that you're using?
Well, to be honest with you, lately, I mean, I don't use a lot. Like, I don't have as much hair. So today was like a fun day for me to just play with my hair. And I'll tell you my trick, one of my tricks. I use one of the blowout kind of, I guess it's whatever. But believe it or not, so I used to use a hairdryer and a round brush. Okay. And what I found for me is my hair is so fine that this just smooths it all. It's a faster blowout for me.
Yeah.
It just keeps it from, I don't know, just a faster blowout. But my biggest tool that I love is the GHD straightening wand.
Yes.
Now, I use the straightening wand to make these curls.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny. I'll show you. Here, I like the way it sounds too.
Yes, I know. It's quite fun, right?
Yes, it is kind of quite fun. So for me, what I have to do is I have to curl my hair just to get some body into it because my hair is so straight. I curl it with body, I brush it through, and then I define some curls to really, because it just needs some body. So what I do to make a curl is simply do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then I get the little curl.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to sort of do that just to get that beachy wave, to just sort of define a few pieces of it to kind of give me that wave and that body.
You see, and this is such a good point because Theta, that doesn't work for me. Like that method I used to have, I tried, like you cannot believe, to get curls out of a straightening iron, and it just didn't work for me. The wand, the circular wand, is amazing, and that works like the bomb. So I think it is about learning what your hair type is, and that comes back to a little bit of the know-how, right? Like which are the right tools for you, what's going to work best for your hair, and then you learn, and as you learn to use your tools effectively, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and for me, it's simplicity, because sometimes when I have my sleek hair style, I will use the straight iron just to sort of define and sharpen the ends, okay?
Yes.
And another trick is to not leave heat on your hair. You have to move it, And it's also really, really important to have something with a heat protectant in it.
So that brings me to tip number 3 is your products. And that is that has been the big difference for me. So I've had the same tools. Okay, the diffuser is new, but before the Theorem curling cream, the diffuser didn't work on its own. So it's opened up a whole different ball game for me. And even with my curls that I do with my with my curves, that works beautifully in comparison to the way it used to. So products are now amazing these days because they open up a whole bunch of new opportunities. How are you finding that, Theta?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, like I said, I can't do this hair. Like this is a new phenomenon for me. When and if I have tried to have beachy waves, it lasted half an hour.
Wow.
Like that's how straight my hair was. Like it would just literally look like nothing. And so this is a new phenomenon for me. And especially to not have to use hairspray, it's just beyond. And so you don't feel like you're wearing a helmet of hairspray.
Yes. I know exactly what you're saying, because often what it takes is this massive amount of hairspray to keep everything on hold, and good hairspray, you're just spending more and more and more in various different products. So, I know that we have very different hair, but speak to me a little bit about how you manage to get just really scrunchy curl without your GHD using the curling cream, the Theorem curling cream.
That was a whole nother phenomenon, because my hair so I have a picture of myself as a little girl, and I had just a little tiny bit of wave in my hair, just a just a little. So what I tried recently was literally washing my hair, putting the bell curve in my in throughout my hair, and just scrunched it and air dried it. And I had beautiful beachy waves. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. It was unbelievable. So that might be something that I embrace this summer that I have never been able to do.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the fun thing, right, Theta? Like we've all been stuck in lockdown. We haven't been able to go places. We haven't been able to do things, and we've probably been wearing our hair the same way every single day, like
Yes.
in a ponytail or in a top knot or in a whatever is happening on the day feel. And now I'm so excited because we're able to go out, but now I feel like I have this extra toolbox and this toolkit that's allowing me to do different things. And each week I can have different hair as opposed to always wearing it the same way.
Well, and the other thing too is, if you can avoid heat styling, my hair has never, first of all, my entire life, I've washed my hair every single day because my hair was so fine and so flat and I would wake up and it would be sticking in different directions. And so I would have to wash it.
Yeah.
I am now, this is day 2 hair, which is kind of like a big deal for me. It is a
wow, that's day 2 hair.
That is a big deal for me.
Theta, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
In order to, I honestly can't get over it. But to not have to put the heat in my hair, perhaps, because I have finer, thinner hair, and I guess even if you have dry hair, you can experience a lot of breakage if you don't have good hair products. But to not have to heat style it, perhaps some in the summer, is going to be kind of liberating.
Yeah. I have to say that I don't style my hair every day, and I am finding with the styling products that I'm using with from Theorem that my style is lasting for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So like I'll blow dry my hair straight, and then it will stay, and it will stay for a couple of days, and it will be variations of the straight. Which is nice, and variations of the curl, but it's definitely lasting for longer. And then, because really what we want to do is make sure that we have healthy hair.
Yes.
And because if we don't have healthy hair, we're like doing more to style it to try and make it look better. We're putting more heat on it. We're maybe putting more chemicals. And that becomes problematic because it dries our hair out. It makes it harder to style. And what I love about the approach that we've been taking is like, well, first nourish your hair, repair the breakage, help the split ends, make sure your scalp's in good condition, and then start having fun with the styling, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it is kind of fun to shake it up a little bit, try a different style. I was really pleased this morning. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I don't do this very often. So.
Yeah. And I don't do this very often. But I love, my itchy nose. But I love the results, and I just think it's so much fun, and yeah, I'm very excited. So
I have to say too, it was kind of funny. My daughter stole my bell curve, so I had to use Vector for this. So and both of them worked.
Oh, is that crossing a boundary? I was like, I think that's a mother-daughter boundary crosser.
I know. Well, she did have her graduation pictures, so I had to reluctantly give it up.
Okay. Well, that we can accept. Only under those special circumstances, right?
Exactly.
So, Theta, I just want to tell everybody, because you and I have been working on a phenomenal workshop that's coming up on May 22nd. It's on a Saturday, 10 a.m. EDT time. So it's going to be really nice and relaxed and fun. And we're going to teach you how to become your own hairstylist. And it is going to be amazing. So we're going to start with the basics, like how to have good, healthy hair, how to make your color last longer, how to reduce your frizz. So all the basics that everybody can relate to. And then we're going to be talking about also how to style your hair yourself. So how to do some professional curls, how to do a good blowout. There's some techniques, I said that there are some techniques that you can learn, and I'm going to go through that in more detail. And the cool thing is that Theta and I both have very different hair types. So you're going to get a lot of information that's going to be relevant for you. And then also we're keeping the group quite small so that we can really deal with your individual hair needs and make some suggestions. And then the tickets are $35, but they come with a full size density. Yay, which is the start of everything, right? Because if you take good care of your hair, it's gonna, I mean, even before the styling products came out that Theorem had, and I bought those, I was like, I don't know if I really need these, but oh, I'll try them. They're phenomenal. But even before then, I found my hair so much easier to style because it was just really hydrated and taken better care of. And I was seeing a big difference in my hair.
Density is a game changer.
It is. It is. And it's actually, I used to call it a 3-in-1 product, but it's actually a 4-in-1 product. So you can use it as a hair mask. If you didn't know about hair masks, they are very important for your hair. So you can use them instead of a conditioner, you know, either once a week, or I only wash my hair once a week. So I can skip the conditioner and use this one. You can also put it on as a leave-in conditioner. So I sometimes do that because it also has a thermal protector or heat protector in it. So before you blow dry your hair, you can use it. It also is a phenomenal styling balm, which is amazing because if you get those flyaways, it's incredible. And I just find that even if my hair is a little messy the next day, I just take a little bit like a pea size and just push it, like take it through my hair, and it just makes my hair much more kind of sleek and looking fabulous, even if I've got curls. So
yeah, a lot of curly girls will use the Density with a little bit of sugar pie and refresh their curls, and it's phenomenal.
That's exactly. So that was a question that I had for you, Theta. So when I've done my hair curly, the next day, is it better to use Density to put it through, or is it better to go and use the curling cream?
I think either, honestly. I think the bell curve is going to really enhance your natural curl. So if you really want more curl, I'd say go bell curve. But you know, some women are finding that the Density works phenomenal with sugar pie. So
yes,
it kind of depends on your hair, and kind of depends on your hair and how tight the curl is.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff and how to find, you know, because it's also about customizing it, right? Theta,
Right.
That's one of the things that I found so interesting the last time, you know, last week we spoke about, well, like what if this product isn't working for somebody? So it is about customizing and finding what works for you, because everybody's hair is different.
Well, and it's so
which
funny
is
because
wonderful.
what we came out with first at Theorem was the Method, which were the 3 products. We didn't even have shampoo yet, but
yes.
Density really was the catalyst for this entire line. It is so amazingly good. But the 3 products together really just help the hair from root to tip. And that really is all about hair health. And then, of course, we can get into all of the styling and products as well. But that is just a game changer. So everybody has to find their method to the method. You know?
Exactly. And we're also going to be talking about hair loss, because that's what you experienced, Theta.
Yes, I was experiencing hormonal hair loss, and it was primarily at my hairline. This has all come back. I mean, this was a much deeper V over here as well. It was just, it's amazing. And my hairstylist noticed, of course, and she said, "Oh my gosh, your hairline is coming back." And we didn't even think it was, you know how when we're a certain age or stage, or it could be postpartum as well, it could be from medications, it can be from stress, it can be from diet and nutrition, but we can lose hair, and sometimes we just think that there's no solution, but there is, or there could be.
Or there can be, So we'll talk about all of that. And, you know, what I love is that because we have such different hair types, it represents those who have the unmanageable frizzy vibe going on, AKA me, and the hair loss kind of wanting fuller hair. I was like, as soon as I hear more hair, I'm like, no, don't give me more hair. Let me give you some of mine, you know. But I'm starting to embrace my hair, and I'm really loving that. And I just want to say that what is so awesome about learning from my own experience, about learning how to style my own hair, is that I feel like I have fabulous hair and I can have it at any time, you know, and it reduces my bad hair days, especially when it matters, when I'm going to go on set or, you know, do something on camera. And that's for everybody, right? So you don't have to have bad hair days. And it's just so much fun to be able to play with your hair and do different things. It's going to save you a ton of money and time, which many of us have got kind of dwindling budget since COVID, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to really help with that.
No, it definitely helps. And to have the help, just to have the healthy hair, to learn about the how to get healthy hair, I will say that, you know, I can spot unhealthy hair a mile away now.
Yes.
And, you know, I think you don't know what you don't know. And I think it would be, I mean, I just invite everybody to join us on this. There is limited spots, but I am so excited about educating people about their hair, how to take care of it, and how to get healthy hair, and of course the styling part too. I'm excited.
Exactly. So I have to just tell everybody a little bit of an update from last week. So last week, before we end off, so last week I did half of my hair and I used the straightening balm, the Theorem straightening balm, and the other half I used a product that I used to think was great. And then I went outside and it was raining. And this time when I came into the apartment, my husband burst out laughing. He goes, "That side of your hair is so big. It's so frizzy." I'm like, that's exactly the point. It was so obvious. Like when we actually did the video, I hadn't been outside yet. And you know, I struggled for 2 days with my hair because of the half and half. I had to just go and I thought I was going to be, so this is the interesting thing as well. Like once it's frizzed out, it's very difficult to get it to stop frizzing. Like you almost got to start over. So I thought I was going to be able to just take my GHD, because I had one of those brushes and, you know, the glide, and I was just going to be able to go through it and it'll be quick. Oh no, that didn't work. In fact, the next day I did a live and I was horrified with what my hair looked like. I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't realize it looked so bad. It really, to me, it looked horrendous, right?
That's funny.
It was very funny. And so I had to just wet my hair. I took a spritz bottle and I wetted, and then I put the straightening balm and I blow dried my hair, and it was sleek and smooth and fabulous for days until I absolutely had to wash it.
That's amazing. As we transition into the warmer months, you know, everybody's going to be fighting frizz. So yes, these products will absolutely help that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's so cool. So if you want to get tickets to the workshop, as we said, there is limited space, so make sure to get on quick. There, you can just click the link in my bio, and it's one of those little like fancy landing pages thing, and there's a option to click on the workshop so that you can get the tickets for that. And like I say, the $35 includes the density, a full size density product, which is worth $29.99 plus shipping. So you do the math. It really does. It's a bargain, ladies, and you're going to learn how to style your own hair, how to have healthy hair, how to become your own hairstylist. It's going to be so much fun. You're not going to want to miss that. So make sure to get your tickets. And Theda, I look forward to our next week's episode.
Yes, I can't wait.
We can talk more hair.
Awesome.
I love it. Have a wonderful day, ladies. Thanks to everybody that joined us live. Take care. Bye-bye.